can't move around between the different forms, right? So here's what we're going to want to do today. I'm going to give you a problem that looks like this, and we're going to write it in standard form. We're going to write it in factor form. We're going to write it in vertex form, and then we're going to make a really easy graph out of it. And once you get the hang of it, this is super easy. And you're going to see, wow, these forms make my life pretty nice. So the first thing I'd like all of you to do, my sweet, sweet potatoes, can you take this and write it in factor form? That is the easiest. Sometimes it's tricky to remember the names of these. This is just this dude, right? It's putting him in this. Boom, boom, right? Write him in factor form. That should be the easiest one, right? And the factors of 12, that had to be negative 8.
Don't think about it.
We are not solving it though. We're not solving it. Did you just tell them how to do the math? But don't think about it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Is that what you like? Don't think about it. Just, you know what? Do what she says. Don't really think about it. I'm going to get x minus 6, x minus 2. Yay! We're down 2. We did 2 of our forms. Our next form that I'd like you to do, could you please put it, I'm going to do it in red. Can you do this bad boy in vertex form, right? So it's this guy right here. I'm going to move it over so I can help you a little bit. Y equals x squared minus 8x plus 12. It's the exact problem that we just did, but easier because there's no number in front. So it's, or the number is 1, right? You can think about it that way. I had some kids do that. They're like, I just put the 1 there. So I always remember that I'm multiplying by that number. And that's pretty nice if you want to do that too. Let me give you a hot minute. Love that. 8 cut in half is 4 squared 16. 16 on both sides. How'd I do? Did I get that right? Is it x plus x minus 4 quantity squared plus 4? Am I okay on that? Did I do that right? Yeah? Anyone need me to do it? No? Because we're pretty good. So now here's what's lovely. Here's what's so nice. We're going to wrap it up by doing the very last way, which is, and I didn't write them up here, graphing. And watch how nice it is. Please put a tiny little graph on your desk. And you're going to be like, oh, back in the day, we would do that negative b over 2a, or we do a t-chart, all sorts of yuck. But you know what? Once you've done this, all of your answers are on here. First thing I'm going to do this guy, I'm going to take the vertex. The vertex of this guy is the opposite of him, 4, 4. So could you find the dot 4, 4? Sorry, did I make a mistake? I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. Is that supposed to be plus 4 right now? There we go. There you go. I knew that. I know. Phew. Phew. There we go. This whole time, no one said anything. 4 and negative. So we're going to go over 4, down 4. Love that. Now, normally I'm like, you got to get a helping point. But watch what's magical here. I'm going to show you where the helping point is. The helping point, watch this. You guys ready? So excited. See this guy? You know what he is? He's 6. Because what that guy is saying is x plus 6 equals 0. X equals 6. You know what this line is? It's x. X equals 6. That's where it all comes from. And this guy is x equals 2. And you know where he is? He is right here at 2. Oh my gosh. It's the most beautiful, perfect graph ever. And I didn't have to do any work whatsoever. No work whatsoever, right? And now we can move around. So I can be like, oh, no, I want it in standard form. Oh, wait, no, I want it in vertex form. Oh, wait, I want it in this other form. And that's good skills. Those are good skills. So try this one with your neighbors all by yourselves. Whole thing. I want standard form. Done. I want vertex form. I want factor form. I want a nice little graphic form. I love that kids don't realize these are all the same equations. Right? They all look a little different, but they all literally are the same thing. My daughter just called me, and I want to call her. I'm very excited. I think she got a, or she didn't, and then that'll be sad too. Maybe I won't call her back. Well, the sound of math in the morning. Look at you guys all. I think I do factored form first because it's easiest. See if I can do it in my head. All right, is it maybe? Wow, it's looking so good. It's looking so good. Hey, graphing this baby now, walk in the park. Literally, it's the easiest thing ever because this is going to tell me my vertex is at 6, comma, -1. 6, comma, -1 right there. And he's going to hit right here at 5 and 7. It's kind of a little check. If it doesn't work, you've made a mistake. And that's what's pretty awesome about it, is because look how easy it is. Like before grabbing the pain, talk to me. For the vertex, remember all the problems that we literally did last chapter. We go x -3 plus 7. Anything in the grouping symbols comes out as opposite. That's what's happening here. Good question. Good question. Okay. Oh, what if I started you somewhere different? Okay, so we're going to talk about this one for a little bit. This is not new. This is stuff you actually did in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. It's order of operations. So I'm giving you the vertex form. I'm going to go to standard form next because I think standard form to factoring form is the way I usually go. But this is not going to be hard to put in standard form. Order of operations. That's all we got to do. So a couple things I'm going to give you a piece of advice on. Advice number 1. Put a 1 right here. Again, I know some of you are like, Miss T, that's a baby step. You're going to thank me later, right? And the second thing is, again, we have to do this in the right order. And here's what kids want to do. They want to do 2 cheaty things in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2 that would screw them. Number 1, they want to distribute this 1 right away. We can't. Order of operations say I have to deal with the exponents first. So the first thing I have to do is deal with that stupid 2. The second thing y'all want to do is you want to distribute that 2. Exponents don't distribute. That's cheating as well. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with, my friend, a little bit of claw action. So if you could be so kind, my sweet, sweet potatoes, and if you could claw that baby. That's our first step, right? That is just the order of operations. It's nothing new. It's nothing tricky. It's just that we got to start here first. Look at that beautiful claw. Look at it. It's so awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do that's distributing out, that binomial expansion, that's FOIL, your teacher called it that, whatever craziness your teacher. Hopefully you're going to get something that looks like this: x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9, and you're going to say to yourself, I'm going to make that into 6. Yay. Okay, that's our first order of operation. Exponents. What comes next is multiply and divide. So now I'm going to deal with this dude. Now you can see why I like that. Put a 1 out there. He's going to distribute. You're with me on that? And that's why I liked having it with the negative, right? The -1. A lot of kids just kind of mess that up. So do that next. And if you're like, Missy, easy, easy. You are correct. I'm not trying to trick you. Okay, we're almost done, but we got one last thing to do. Please don't forget about this dude. We have left him off. Adding and subtracting is our last step on order of operations. So we did the exponent first. We did the multiplying divide second. We did the adding and subtracting third. And you have just done standard form. So write it out like this. F of x equals, boom, negative 1x squared minus 6x. Are you okay, Colt? Okay. It scared me a little bit there. It was 7. Are we good? Okay. Vertex forms, done. Standard form, done. Let's factor this bad boy. Let's factor him. And you know what? We did that literally on Wednesday. So here's what. We're about to factor him. I'm not going to lie. I don't like anything in front of the x squared. So before I start factoring him, can I vacuum out that -1 and then factor him? Yeah, because I hate numbers in front of the x squared. It's a pain in the ass. It's going to make my graph go upside down, but I don't like it. So factor him now. You're going to factor that. But you're going to take out that -1 because otherwise you're going to be mad. So take out that -1. There we go. Away. This is good. X squared plus 6x minus 7. Factors of 7 that will subtract to be 6. 71. Little parenthesis action for those of you who do your little xy guy. That is awesome. But some of you are like getting good enough at this that you don't use your little x guy. So I think it's going to be 7 and -1. Does that seem right? So don't forget that -1. He doesn't go away because we're not solving. We're just factoring. X plus 7, x minus 1. Okay, we're heading for home. And the last thing is we're going to graph this bad boy. So we're going to go all the way back up to him. Ugh, look at that. It's -3 comma 16, which is like the dumbest number ever to graph. So -3, 16 is way the hell up there. And watch the deal. He's an upside down graph, and he's going to hit right here at 7 and right here at 1. And look at that. He is perfect. That's why I like doing it this way, because if it didn't work out, I would have done it wrong. Yeah, that's as hard as it gets. Like that's it. We go one last one, and that's my favorite, and it's easy. I know. No, don't get. You'll like it. I'm ending good. I'm ending on a good one. So I'm just like stop. Just stop. Last one. What if I gave you the graph? Could you go backwards? You can. And here's where I would start. If it was me, I'd start with vertex form because you know the vertex. So look what he's going to look like. Just need to fill in those blanks. And look, I'm going to show you. Here's the vertex right there. Now, I'm not going to lie. These get a little harder in the middle of the chapter when we start making these graphs a little bit trickier and having a number in front. Some of you did that last year with an A in front. Tonight, we're not doing an A. We're just doing a nice basic one. So hopefully what you said was, wait a second, that's -6. How does it go into the parentheses? +6, beautiful. And that is -1, boom. Guess what? Is vertex form done? Yes. Now, a lot of you are going to think, oh, do I have to do all that stuff that you did before the claw? No. Watch what happens for factored form. Oh my God, I love factored form. Where are the factors on that graph? They're right here and right here. And they're going to go in like as -7 and -5. They're going to flip. X plus 7, x plus 5. There's factored form. So easy. And then the final one to do standard form, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to claw that really, really fast. Some of you could actually claw it in your head. You could say x squared, 7 and 5 is 12x, 7 times 5 35. Done, done, done. I like that. I like that. I am done. You have literally 20 minutes to do a homework assignment that will take you 15. So I'm going to show you what's going on here. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to check off last night where you had to do the odd or the even plus one. That would be awesome. If you were flaky and didn't do last night, you would like to do that now so I can give you credit and do this over the weekend. You can, but let me talk to you about this. And there you go. Say that again? You're a bad person, no, not you. Wow,